Welcome to That's My Entertainment. I'm Karensa Laguerre here with executive producer Bruce Timm from Batman, The Killing Joke. So Bruce, Batman community members have been so excited for this. What was your biggest challenge in getting this made? Were there obstacles?
There were actually. This has been one of the most trickiest production histories of any project we've ever worked on. We first started talking about this, I think, back in I want to say maybe 2007 was the first time we talked about doing an adaptation of it, and we were getting ready to make it, and the home video people said, yeah, if it has to be R-rated, it'll be R-rated, that's fine, we'll go for it. And then the Watchmen movie came out and kind of underperformed, and everybody said, maybe this isn't the time for an R-rated superhero movie. So then we put it on the shelf. A couple years later, we dusted it off. We said, okay, maybe now is the time. Home video said, okay, go. We got a green light. We started doing character designs and storyboards, and then that horrible shooting at the Aurora Theater happened, and we said, oh, Batman and gun violence, maybe this is not a good time to be doing this movie. So back on the shelf it went. A couple years later, we looked at it again, and we said, well, it's still a great story, maybe we should just do it. So we did. The interesting thing was that when our first two iterations of it were that Brian Azzarello wrote, was just an adaptation of the comic itself. At that time, the idea was to make it, because the graphic novel is not long enough for an entire feature film. So at the time, it was going to be, okay, we'll release this as like a 30 or 40-minute film with a lower price point. And this last time around, we looked at it and said, let's just make it a full feature-length film, and we can use that extra screen time to give Barbara Gordon more screen time. And so we came up with this story that's an entire prologue that takes place prior to the events of The Killing Joke. So to me, that kind of really makes the movie a lot easier sit than if it was just The Killing Joke, because The Killing Joke is so intense. To me, and it also helps mitigate the fact that in The Killing Joke, Barbara really is just a victim. Sad to say. She's basically a pretty girl who opens the door and gets shot and ends up in a hospital bed. So this was a chance to expand her character and give the audience a chance to get to know her better and to see what drives her and in what ways she's similar to Batman and what ways she's different. And so to me, I'm actually really, really glad that we were able to do that.
Yeah, I love the prologue idea. Yeah. Will we be seeing Barbara Gordon's Oracle in future projects?
You never know. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Well, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Comic-Con.
Thanks.
I'm Karensa Laguerre, and that's my entertainment. What's yours?